In my mind, there's only one reason for divorce. So there's always a payback time, Sha. That's what I know.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. Guess who I have here? Mumsy.
Hi guys.
Anyways, in today's video, we're just going to be having a little chat session talking about what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Anything, bring it on.
Anything. She's just going to be answering questions that come to my mind as we go on. And yeah, this wig is really nice. It was sponsored by Elfinhair, and I'm so glad that I can finally, give my mom a nice wig, because she's not really a wig person, but I think she really likes this one because it really does
the most.
It does the most without like touching her neck. That's why we went for something short, but they definitely have longer lengths if you want that. But she doesn't like hair that rests too much on her neck, and this one is really lightweight, isn't it?
Very light, and it's so soft.
Very good quality as well. I really like it. It's really doing the most. So we're going to be transforming her today and chatting alongside. Oh, I forgot to wear her jewelry. Let's wear her jewelry. No, the bracelet is not necessary because we're not going anywhere. But we're going to be using the necklace. I like this one. It's like the flat print. I wanted to show you this lovely hair, and it's from Elfinhair. I wanted to show you how I'm going to be installing this 16-inch kinky curly hair. It's 250% density, and it comes with all these accessories that I'm showing you. It also comes with like combs and hair brushes, but I didn't show that in this clip. And just look at how full and fluffy the hair is. You can definitely comb out the curls if you want, but my mom didn't really want the curls to be combed out. That's why we left them that way. But it definitely has combs in it for you to secure the wig, just so that you're sure that your wig stays put. Is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Now I'm going to go and install the hair on my mom, and I'm super excited about this really, because this is the first time in recent times that she's going to be installing her hair. And I asked her to take out these braids. She's literally had them since she came for OMUGWO. I asked her to take them off, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna take it back I'm gonna take them off when I go back to Africa. So I'm just really glad that now that we have the Elfinhair, she can wear it anytime that we're going out, especially because it's really lightweight, really fluffy, and it is so beautiful and gorgeous. I'm going to show you how we eventually do it with the headband that we choose. And if you guys want to get your hair from Elfinhair, all the details are going to be in my description box, so you guys can definitely check them out. It's super affordable. I believe that this wig was about $100, which isn't bad at all considering the prices of things nowadays. But again, if you want all the details, it's going to be down in the description box. I really like it just because of how it looks on her, and I also think it's really age appropriate as well. Just look at how cute she looks with this. It's absolutely breathtaking. Before we get into the gist of this video, I really wanted to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you guys end up enjoying the video, and to give the video a massive thumbs up. It really does help the channel do better. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I decided to invest in some high-end makeup products, and I'm going to be testing them on her. So I have the NARS what's this one called? I don't even know. Light reflecting foundation. This one of my friends, Cassie, I really like the way she does her makeup, and she told me that this was what she used, so I decided to buy it. Then I also bought the MAC mineralized skin finish in dark deep. Me and my mom are almost the same complexion. This is my personal makeup kit, so I'm just going to be using it on her as well because I think it will work. And I also bought the NARS creamy concealer, and the shade is Walnut. And finally I bought the Charlotte Tilbury spray. I bought the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray again because of my friend who uses this NARS reflecting foundation. She told me that both of them are like the real deal. So let's jump right into the video. Little disclaimer, guys, this is not a makeup tutorial. I'm still wearing my bonnet. This is not a makeup tutorial. Oh, I'm just doing makeup on my mom while we're gisting. So please don't be asking me too many questions and don't criticize, okay? Okay, bye. So mommy, tell us about your dating years when you were younger. How old were you when you had your first boyfriend? Don't lie, say the truth.
Awesome, don't lie, say the truth.
you may want to say, oh no, I was 25.
No, I was 22.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, you were old though.
I belong to the school of thoughts of purity.
So who was your first boyfriend?
There's this person, well, I wouldn't say, he was my friend, but they called it boyfriend then, Sha.
What do you mean it was your friend, but they called it boyfriend?
Because there was nothing intimate.
And that does not mean that you were not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Abi?
It just means you were not intimate. They are two different things. So why did you people now break up?
We went our separate ways. No, he went to UK and...
He went to UK?
Yes.
Why? For university?
I guess. No. He was already in the uni. So he finished and went to the UK. And that was it.
And that was how the relationship fizzled out?
It fizzled out because the letters became fire.
It's true. You people used to write letters to each other. Wow. Trying times.
Those were trying moments.
Because now it's just, it seems like such a privilege that I've taken for granted, being able to talk to somebody
real time online
when you want. You just like message the person and talk to the person.
And then you get angry if the person doesn't respond in like 30 seconds. My time, you had to wait for the postmaster to knock on your door
to ask you if you have any letters.
Yes, I'm joking, but you go to the post office to collect your letter.
What is your take on sex before marriage? Because you know that now that you mentioned that your relationship when you were younger was not intimate, what's now your take on sex before marriage?
I belong to that old school. Sex before marriage is a no, because it's
because of what?
Because it's a sin.
Okay, let's assume that it's not a sin.
If it's not a sin, then it's okay. But if it's a sin, then it's not okay.
But you know that it's not a sin in every religion. I don't think it's a sin in every religion.
But I belong to the Christian religion, and it's a
so
sin.
Apart from it being a sin, apart from the fact that you don't like it because it's a sin, is there any other reason you think it's not ideal?
That reason is good enough.
I know. I'm saying
apart from that, especially probably if you know that that is the person you are going to marry, and it won't just be test run.
But I think, I don't know. I think some, like in all these Yoruba movies, that they will say, "Oh, only láti lóyún ká tó ṣe ìgbéyàwó." So I don't know if it's like customary or tradition or something.
No, it's not traditional. It's not customary either. It's just by choice. Because
so if you are now in that family, let's say you want to marry into that family.
The Bible says I should not be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. So me, I'll not marry the person. Yes.
And you are 29.
God will bring my own. I think there is more to marriage than sex and all. So if you have an understanding partner, and you know, Yoruba tradition, we have this thing that we say, obanile. That means that the man met the girl at home. That means that virtue has not been broken. She's a virgin. That's it. So yes.
Why do people place a lot of emphasis on female virginity? Why not male virginity?
I think it's just a patriarchal society.
It's unfair that everybody's saying, oh, Banile, what about the man? Why can't we meet him at home too? What's his leg doing outside?
Abi, it's unfortunate that we live in a patriarchal society. The man is okay to do things and then the woman is not.
Because it's just giving double standards.
But teach your child really, whether man or woman, there is a standard that should be taught. And in my mind, it's the standard of God.
And God did not say that fornication is exclusive to only women. It's only women that can fornicate.
No, I have brothers and they all had a lot of girlfriends.
A lot?
Yeah, a lot.
Multiple?
Yes, before they got married. Multiple. There were some that would have like
two at once.
2 girlfriends meeting in the house.
And the 2 girlfriends will know each other.
You know, the house was big, so they would probably, one would be in one room, the other would be in another. Those were days.
That's crazy.
In the guest house.
Anyway.
It was serious.
So let's say that, because I'm of the school of thought, I know that in your generation people say divorce is such a terrible thing. Oh, I'd rather die there. Well, me, honestly, I don't think it's that deep. If you are unhappy, or why should you continue to be in an unhappy situation? So my question is, like, what is your take on divorce related issues?
Divorce related issues are like, in my mind, there is only one reason for divorce: violence, spousal abuse. Your spouse is abusing you, please run before he or she will kill. You know, there's female spousal abuse and there's male spousal abuse. So if you are in any abusive relationship, please, my dear, run, because the dead don't talk. But aside from abuse, maybe a relationship based on a lie too, that could be reason for divorce.
Let's say that the man is a chronic cheat. He's always cheating on you. Every time. You know, some people will say, oh, it was the work of the devil. Once. And you are fortunate enough not to catch them again.
The second time, it may be the work of the devil's angels.
But some people, they cheat in your face and they're like, what do you want to do?
Do your worst.
Like, if you don't like it, too bad. So if you're in that type of situation,
in my mind, there's really nothing sudden in relationships. If your partner is a chronic cheater, is it cheats you people call it?
Cheats.
If your partner is a chronic cheat, he has had that trait before you even got married. It's you that decided to turn another eye. Because you don't just discover that act of cheating one day. It's been in you and you've been doing it to my face. And I've decided to tolerate it. So if I tolerate it until I get married, what makes me think that you'll stop?
But you know that some people hide. Some people are good at pretending.
True that. And then that relationship is also based on a lie.
So in that kind of situation now, you can say that divorce is valid.
There are thresholds for things you can accommodate. If it's within your threshold, you can accommodate it. But especially if you have children, my generation, we say, let me stay because of my children.
I don't believe in that.
And you stay because of the children, and eventually
the children will leave you and go.
No, they make you happy eventually. Mommy Funke Adejumo, she had one illustration that I loved. She said, if you treat your wife well during your youthful days of marriage, when it's time to start doing OMUGWO and all,
that's so far away. What if you don't make it to OMUGWO? Because I know people that don't make it to OMUGWO.
They die.
Now people die now.
Even in happy relationships, people.
Exactly. So why can't you just wait and be happy for the bulk of your life?
There's a payback time.
Wait till
There's a payback time. when the woman goes for OMUGWO, for example, and she's supposed to go back to her home, she'll be looking for excuses not to return home, and daddy will be eating from the house helps cooking. But if you and your husband have been good to if your husband has been good to you, well, you won't even want to stay a day longer, like me now. All my body, soul and spirit is in Asaba. I need to see my husband. And that's because
I need to see my husband.
So the husband
will be watching now and his head will be swelling.
The husband of my youth. Atsumba Ayola Obafemi Fafowora.
Wahala for who no gets husband.
So there's always a payback time, Sha. That's what I know. Whether you do good or you do bad, but for the basis of on the basis of divorce, to each his own. What you can tolerate. There's no reason for you being
unhappy for the bulk of your life.
Yes.
It's not who told you that. I feel like
who told you that you'll be happy single?
I mean, but at least your happiness is now dependent on you. It's now optional. You can intentionally do things to make you happy if you know. The thing with relationships is it requires a lot of accountability. And if you're not accountable, then, or if your partner is not accountable, then you start feeling cheated.
True that.
So if you don't have to deal with accountability, it already takes away one layer
of stress
from you. Abi, that's the way I think about it.
Your school of thought, it's okay. But for me, I think what goes up must come down. Every man with his libido. You can't have that strong a libido until you are that old. And when it's time to come back home, the chickens come home to roost. But the home might not be sweet again. That's just it. Cheating is both ways. If you cheat on me, you'll have a miserable relationship when the law of gravity sets in. What goes up must come down. The libido is not there again and all. And then, with a woman, she can be beautiful all through her life if she chooses to be. Thank God for makeup. Thank God for makeup.
Alright guys, so we've come back with the eyes. The eye makeup is done. And that's my auntie at the background.
Cousin.
Sorry, my cousin.
I don't even know what.
I think is it cousin?
Second cousin.
Second
cousin.
Hey.
Cousin the third. I'll be how did you say it's the other day. Anyways, so yeah, we're talking about marriage, and I was now saying, if you now marry a broke man,
Don't do it.
She already said don't do
Don't do it.
Let's say you are in love.
Love is not enough. I'm sorry.
She said love is not enough. Mommy, what do you think?
I think if you marry somebody that is broke when you married him,
both of you are broke together at that point.
It's
like you are 20. I'm 21. I'm many 21-year-olds have significant amount of money.
It's still okay as long as he has
qualify that statement a bit.
The brokenness.
As long as he has
the status,
prospects.
Okay, so I'm 21.
Okay.
And I found somebody that I like at that time.
Okay.
And the guy is what, 25?
Okay.
He just finished from school.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the quantification so far.
Okay, that's fine. I think you guys can build together if he has ambition.
Yes. Let them see you. She's so beautiful. This is how we are in my mommy's family.
Famza!
This is how we are in
This is my mom's cousin.
Hi.
Her name is Dami.
Hello.
And what do you do for work? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh gosh. I work in a bank.
Mm-hmm.
I work in a bank. So we're just managing.
And she's you're just what?
Manager.
God forbid.
She's a globetrotter.
She's a globetrotter. She loves to travel. So now that is for young people. So now let's talk that you are at 29. I'm 29. Or I'm 30. And the boy is 35. And he's telling me he has a dream.
Is he Martin Luther King?
something God has blessed we women with is intuition.
Yes.
And I think, you know, you need to listen to your intuition and follow it. Red flags are always there. One thing I have learned is the red flags you ignore
Magnify.
and the red flags you ignore will be the reason why you leave.
True
That's what I think anyway. So I don't think it's a one size fits all.
Mommy, what do you think? 29 and 35.
35 for the boy, 29 for the girl. And the boy is broke at 35.
We need to assess the situation. Why are you broke?
Well, for me, Sha, how broke?
What is broke? What is broke?
Broke means that you need to ask for money to pay your rent.
It's a no.
No, it's a no.
You cannot
Because
support
even
yourself.
deeper life that I started with, if you want to marry, you still have to be able to pay your rent and a roof over your head. So
You have no business.
Okay,
being
broke
in a
means
relationship
that
if you cannot support
you
yourself.
can you can pay your rent, but in a place that I might not like.
Okay.
So maybe at that point you're staying in a
face me, I face you.
maybe not face me, but a studio apartment in Bariga or somewhere that's not very nice. That's the meaning of broke. You can afford to stay in the studio by yourself in a not very nice area. But me, I'm working as an investment banker with Procter & Gamble.
With Procter & Gamble.
Yes.
There's no investment banking project.
Whatever.
We align this like that.
You know the story. Which investment banking company is there? PEP and GRB. What's the name of that
Let's say
one?
UBS.
P&G is still Procter & Gamble.
What? Okay, sorry.
Let's say UBS or
Thank you.
JP Morgan.
JP Morgan. I know that one. At least. I'm an investment banker with JP Morgan and I make a decent amount of
How did
money.
you guys meet?
I mean, my friend thought it might be a good idea because my friend thinks he has prospects. And I've said, okay, fine, I'm 29. Okay, let me just...
I can't do it.
Go.
Let's no, don't.
Please do follow your heart.
Your heart to make you hungry.
You won't be hungry.
You'll be what? Thirsty.
No, you won't be thirsty. You have a salary now,
do it.
and then the boy would. He's not a loafer. If he's not a
No, so I'll
loafer,
not be paying. No, this is the real world.
you will now move to Bariga,
From Lekki.
or he'll move to Lekki.
So-
You choose one.
You guys, no,
Egbami.
don't do it.
These
Don't do
people,
it.
don't mind them. Don't mind them. Do it.
At the empty. Don't do it. Do not date down. We're not dumpster diving. We're not dumpster diving. No, we're not dating down.
But women don't have dive.
No. So I saw one analogy. I saw
We
one.
all dump that. We all get down all the time.
No, so I saw one analogy that, and I think it's true, to be honest, if I'm being fair, that women men are the only people that love unconditionally. That is why a man can love a woman that is a nobody and he'll be happy to elevate the woman. But a woman will hardly ever put herself in that position to love a guy that is a nobody.
We're not elevating men. Please. No. We're not anyone's meal tickets.
No woman should be any man's meal ticket.
That one is for sure.
True that, but if it's to help your partner come up on the ladder of success,
Do you know that this is a clear representation of different generations?
really.
Because this is what my mom's generation thinks.
Do not
Yes.
be unequally yoked. Don't be.
With unbeliever, not with unwealthy. Hey, see my cousin. She's bringing Bible out of context.
It's the same thing. But it's the same thing. Please, oh, see, spare yourself.
The heartache.
But you are help me.
Yeah, help me.
That is necessary for that purpose.
This is Oyinka's mother-in-law talking
This is
now.
not the purpose. And God did not bring me to that purpose. That's not my purpose.
No, it's your purpose.
What is the purpose? By force. And by fire. But you are not the alone that will.
Projects.
Projects.
Build a man is not my project.
No, it's your project.
So at the end of the day,
We're not building no man. We're not wiping no butts. We're not cleaning our noses.
Except your baby's
Oh,
nose.
that's my baby. Literal baby, the one I birthed. Not some dusty man.
Not baby.
Baby, you know what? Like, it's your firstborn. My firstborn, no.
She knows her firstborn.
We know my firstborn. We know that by then. That one is someone else's firstborn.
Oh
If
goodness.
your mama couldn't do it, I'm sorry. I'm not your mother.
Oh,
I ain't your mother.
I'm not baby.
But really, you know, there are some. It's a hard life for men. That's what I think. It's a hard life for men.
It's not easy to be a man.
Yes, and maybe the 35-year-old man has prospects, and he has everything he should have except money. Because
Like what? What's the meaning of everything he should have?
Right.
he has a good. He has good qualifications. He knows the ropes. But he just needs maybe a connection to put him well.
I assess the situation. My own advice: don't do it.
Ew. What if the girl has
your expression so Igbo?
I live in Igbo land.
Ew. She said
I love Osims and Ews. Please bear with me.
I'm listening.
I think if during the course of the relationship, the girl can link him up to.
No, I don't think the guy should do it either.
I think the guy should,
Don't do it either.
don't do it for his own ego.
For his own mental. Thank you.
not-
You, Auntie Damla has literally said everything on my mind.
should not do it either.
The man, I'm telling you that you
God
will be
will
so
bring his own.
frustrated in
God
that
will bring his own
relationship. The man will be so
helpmates.
frustrated in that relationship because that is when men will now start feeling like if only I was making enough money, you won't talk to me like this.
You won't look at
You
me
won't
like
look
that.
at me like that.
You will
because
not spend
you
money
won't.
like that.
It will just be too much heartache for everybody.
So you know what?
But the man in acrimony.
I don't even know whose fault it was in that movie. I think it was my fault for watching it.
You said it.
I think that's the real issue. What of all of us that want that movie? And the fact that we have to watch it the second time.
I think I watched it 3 times in a row.
Mommy's still angry till now.
I am angry. And I can't even conclude the film. I can't conclude it. Okay, so did the boy die?
We don't know. They didn't tell us.
Did the new wife inherit everything?
She probably did.
Mommy did.
No.
Oh, Jamie Laraje.
That's the feeling. Perry Tyler Perry. You didn't do this one well at all. You for conclude them.
Like Auntie Dami said, it's your fault for watching it. And you now went the extra mile by watching it three times
consecutively.
In your mind, you were trying to find answers.
I was trying to. Yes, Lera. That night.
You see,
that night when you went to sleep, I watched it again.
Closure is overrated. You find your own closure.
Abi,
We don't actually. It's when you're always looking for closure. That's when you start.
You don't want
you look for validation.
Love it.
Ojitan sorrow.
Falling in
The
place.
face that talks.
It's falling in place.
Electricity.
Hey.
I don't know that song.
It's not. It's for the younger generation.
Okay, in my time we'll say
cousin
Cinderella Olojuede.
Why would you want to cause the eyebrow fish?
No, crayfish.
I know. With exoskeletons.
It's not a very sexy. It's not a very sexy praise.
It's hard to imagine.
That very nice thing, you turned it bad.
Because you've got so many crayfish eye, crayfish face.
I don't look like Cinderella.
Olojuede now, with the eyelashes.
And that's the way you might as well say Oloju cockroach. What's cockroach? Because cockroach also Oloju anyo. Because they also have that thing.
They just call them the centipede.
Yeah.
That's so horrible.
Oh my God, I'm screaming.
So for the marriage man thing, please do you.
Do you?
Do you know that this thing that you said reminds me of that Acrimony movie too? Because I feel like that lady in the movie would have been willing to just wait a little bit longer in that marriage if her sisters didn't
In-laws in marriage.
push her too much. So
In-laws in
have
marriage.
minimal in-law interference in your marriage.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yes.
So that when you are making your
Not
decisions,
only in-laws.
Third party.
Yes, third parties.
Yes.
So that when you're making your decision, it will be a decision that you are very, very informed about. You've thought about it, you've meditated on it, and it's not an externally
generated influence.
Because sometimes when you have externally generated influences, you will not start thinking, I'm using my thoughts. But then you will not know that it has eaten deep into your mind to the point that it has replaced your own actual thoughts. And then you think that those thoughts are yours. In conclusion, don't do it.
Do it. Do you. Do you.
In conclusion, please do what your mind tells you.
Do you.
I'm actually on.
Save yourself the stress.
God, pray for them. Pray for them.
No, so let's say you're already married. You're already married.
Okay.
And the guy was doing well before. But then hit a stumbling block along the line. And then you're having to be the breadwinner. What do you think in that type of situation? Because you know that
you are a sinner, if you leave the man because of money. Because he already had before. And then because
you know that there are some women that will say, oh no, me I can't do.
Okay, Maggie.
I can't do.
That's horrible.
That's very horrible. That's
because they'll say I did not come into this life to suffer.
okay.
So if the money has finished, so have I.
Wow. Please I will advise that man to let her go, please.
She's not worthy.
Let her jog on.
She'll meet a demon in front in Jesus' name.
That one is a little bit on the high side of the spectrum.
How can you dump a man
I think
because
you're on the high side of the spectrum.
I am.
It's a little bit. To tread in the middle somewhere.
It's a little bit on the.
We've got way.
That cost was not meant to commensurate with it.
The scene was
There's what to it.
That is what will happen. When you leave a good man, it's certain that you make the
in the name of Jesus.
You know that the funny thing is that the way the mummies are sharing the same opinion is a bit perplexing to me. Because it's just a reflection of the generational things. Because that's the way they
We
are.
are talking from experience.
That's what happens now.
You must not. You people think life is Nollywood. That's the problem.
No, that's what actually happens.
It's not all the time. People meet people that they are better and they are happy.
No, because there's actually
Like you leave your spouse because he became broke.
I think that's very fickle.
Even
I
God
think
will not
that's
allow you.
Yes, it might be fickle.
Then you will now go and meet a Dangote or a Femi
What
Otedola.
do you think will happen if you leave at age 35, 40 to go a rich man? Because he knows that
He's a divorcee now.
And you left your husband because of him.
You might not know that you left your husband
How
before.
do you not know? You will lie
You left your husband.
What of
Period.
the kids?
me. I will ask why.
The kids.
Because we had irreconcilable differences.
What
You
about
cheated, you cheated on me.
I don't understand who marries like that.
He cheated on me too much.
These irreconcilable differences, we need to understand.
It was cheating and I couldn't bear it.
Is this a mirror?
Yes. I couldn't bear it any longer, so I
It's even
left.
ladies that shit nowadays.
Mommy.
Yes, sir.
That conversation.
There was silence in the room.
There was silence in the room.
Thank God the room is full of women. So
We weren't ready.
Mommy, I don't know.
Yes.
So guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Lovely.
Isn't she lovely? See hair now, see beauty now. Who are trying now? Who they breathe?
Who is breathing?
Whose throat is open?
Esophagus is doing ikum.
Who is perspiring? The respiration.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. The details for this hair is going to be down in the description box. Special shout out to my auntie Danny to my cousin for coming to join us in this video and adding a bit of spice to
A
the
lot of
gist,
spice.
because it gave everything that it needed to give.
It did.
Period. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.